Ba weep grana weepenimong, and welcome back to my channel. And today there is so much news, so let's get straight to it and give me a like, a share and subscribe if you like what I'm doing.
And now the news, don't touch that dial.
Kicking off today with Funbiestudio, who have been making a bot. And more specifically, they've been making a Robo-Doctor from the G1 episode, The Secret of Omega Supreme. So this is a pretty cool looking bot. I really like the way that they've made this very accurate to how it was in the G1 cartoon. Again, Funbiestudio is making the stuff that Hasbro probably never will, because I can't see Hasbro ever really dipping into this deep into the lore and just creating this dude. So it's nice that we have these 3D printed companies now who make these little things so you can actually complete your entire G1 collection, even with background characters. Isn't that brilliant? Up next, we have Dreamstar Toys, and specifically their take on Slingshot. So this is Slingshot, this is coming from their take on Superion, and you can see he's being made. All these little bits that are going to get put together to create Slingshot. Really, really cool. I love seeing all these bots in bits after they've just been painted, because it shows like how they put everything together and like how it looks in the factory. I like these kind of behind the scenes look at all of these third party companies. Really, really cool. Really wish I'd start collecting these at the beginning, because I did really like the look of the way that this one is, but yeah, just so much coming out, it's easy to miss these things at the moment. Deformation Space are doing their take on Blaster, and I have to say, when I saw the prototypes, I was a little bit excited about this one, thought it was alright. Now the in-hand images, not so much, especially when it comes down to the tape. The quality of that just doesn't ring true for me. It looks okay. It has that kind of magic square plastic look to it that I'm not really into. I already have the KFC take on Blaster. The only one I could see myself replacing that with at the moment would be the new Fanstoys one that we'll get to later. You can tell a bot is getting ready to release when you can see the packaging, and this is the packaging for the Mega Tank. You can see on the front we can see the tank, and on the back we can see him with his massive sword. I just need this. I just need this now. Get it to me. Put it in the post. Get it to me right now. I cannot wait to get this. It got delayed. It's supposed to come out in 2021. Now it's definitely my most anticipated figure for 2022. Speaking of bots getting ready to release, New Age are getting to release their Battle David. So I think this is the super shiny version, and also super shiny golden shower version is also coming very, very soon. So one of the main reasons that we have so much news this week is because TFCON in LA was this week, and I want to start off by just taking a look at some of these amazing cosplays that we saw over the weekend. These were posted all over social media. I think this Starscream is definitely one of my favorite ones, but really, really well done. I think Transformers cosplay is one of the most difficult cosplays to do. It has to be, right? Especially those ones that actually transform. But this whole gang all together, very, very cool. Really well done. And this Arcee as well is super cool as well. Really, really well done to everybody who gets in the spirit and dresses up in cosplay. Ultra Magnus though, this Ultra Magnus with a beard, 100% my favourite out of all of them. Sorry, I just like things that are a little bit quirky like that, and that made me giggle. So yeah, well done to the dude in the Ultra Magnus suit. Of course, it wasn't just about the cosplay, there was also people selling stuff, and this person was selling these amazing Tarn masks. Look at the size of them. Absolutely fan-dabby-dozy. I think if I was there, I'd have bought one of those Tarn masks and put it up on my wall, much to my girlfriend's disappointment, but yeah, awesome looking Tarn masks. Then to all the reveals and the new looks of things. So half the Battle Toys, they are doing these nano bots, and we saw some prototypes which we'll be able to show you later, but they showed a few better looking renderings, should we say. So we get a Starscream, we also get the Megatron here. Now we can see them fully painted. They do look pretty cool. They articulate as well on little ball joints, but as far as I'm aware from what I've seen, these do not transform, but they do look pretty cool next to some of your larger bots as well if you want them for scale. Really cool little characters like this Barricade here. Barricade, one of my favorite characters. Also Acid Storm here, looking very very hyper glow 90s and Sunstorm. So seekers everywhere. Also, Soundwave's tapes are going to be coming with this, and they must be nano, because if these are nano, then these would be nano. No, not nano. So these must be super small. Don't even know if they fold in to create tapes. So it would be interesting to see how well these things articulate, especially the little tapes. Rumble looking very cool here as well. And then we also get, of course, Optimus Prime with his axe and also his blaster. Bumblebee, I do think out of all of them, I think that Bumblebee and Cliffjumper are the ones that I like the least. They do look a little bit stunted, like almost super deformed type thing. Everything else proportionally looks okay. They were also on display at the actual venue itself, so you can see some of these are the slightly less painted versions, so you can see how they scale next to some of your arcs and things like that. And I do think that if you've got the arc, I think these look fantastic next to that arc. Half the BattleBots also show quite an interesting crossover with G.I. Joe, so we can see here that this G.I. Joe vehicle transforms into a bot. That's pretty cool as well, and it can actually fit your G.I. Joe figures in it as well. Next up, we head over to the world of Planet X. So Planet X Cacus is getting a re-release and a recolor in a G2 blue version. Very nice. I think I'm going to dip back in on this. I had so much drama trying to get the original version, see my video on that one, to see what happened with that, but I think that I'm gonna try and get this G2 blue version. I've lost faith in trying to pick up the silver version, but hopefully they've learnt from all their mistakes on the silver one, and I know that certainly the issues I had were with the supplier as well as Planet X with the fact that the arm fell off, but this blue versions definitely got me interested. Still don't have any Planet X in my collection, so I'm still looking for that first pickup. They also showed off their new and up-and-coming take on Victory Leo, so this looks super detailed. Very nice. Really like the way that this looks. Miles better than the Takara version, just gonna say it right now. We can see it next to their original take on Starsaber as well. We can see that it turns into a ship, very beautiful looking ship, and it's a similar size to Starsaber as well. So much detail going on when you look at this as well. I love all the molded detailing that you've got, especially on those weapons and those guns. We can see the way that the ships combine as well to make the big starship, but of course it wouldn't be the same without looking at the fully combined version here, and that is a thing of beauty, and I'm guessing will be pretty big because the original Starsaber that they released is also pretty hefty as well. And speaking of that original Starsaber, I did think, wouldn't it be nice if they reissued it? And if you check a look in on multiple retailers at the moment, you will see that this bad boy is up for pre-order again. Absolutely fantastic. Just be prepared for the price tag. Woo! Moving on next to the team over at Fanshobby, and they showed off some full color versions of the MB18. Looks pretty cool. Exactly like you would expect this dude to look. Very cool. And also they're doing another recolor of Cap, this time called Flame Breaker. So they did one that was exclusive to the convention, and this is going to be another one. Nice. Also Moonstudio. So moving over to Moonstudio, and they are all over showing off Raiden now. Look at this dude in its fully combined mode. Looks super sturdy. I like the way that they've posed it with the knees kind of at that jaunty angle, so you can see that there is some strength within those joints. Very nice looking bot. I can't see, as I keep saying, I cannot see Takara being able to beat this in a looks department. Don't know how this dude holds together, but for me, from a looks, from an aesthetics point of view, Moonstudio have got this in the bag. Bingo Toys also showed off their Windblade. Now, I did say that I'm probably going to put in a pre-order on this, and now, oh yes, I'm all over this. I keep saying that if a company comes up that makes figures that kind of look a little bit like Flame Toys figures, but they actually transform, then I'm all over that. This is the first figure that when I look at it, it really reminds me of something that's come from Flame Toys, but it transforms. I don't have a Windblade. Yep, all over that. Love this. Both modes, especially that bot mode. I think that bot mode is killer. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. I know it's maybe not quite the classic looking Windblade, especially in that alt mode, but I think it's a thing of beauty. Almost every week without fail, I get asked what is going on with Cang Toys. And finally, I have an update on said Cang Toys, and it's this. Feet. These two bots right here are going to be the feet for the Predaking. Never ever in my life have I ever seen feet that are also transforming, so it's interesting. I guess if you're collecting these pieces, you seriously at this point love the work that's being done, but may think that this thing is never going to get finished, right? That's kind of how I feel about it. It's just like, oh well, they've just got 1 or 2 more bots. Oh wait, now that the feet are going to be bots. Okay. Oh wow, now the hips are. It's a lot. It's a lot. If you started this set, I bet by now you're probably thinking, I want it to end, I want the complete bot. Engineering wise, I love it. From a paying for bots way, I'm not too sure about it. If you are all in on this, let me know your thoughts on this. Are you happy with transforming feet, or would you have rather just seen some normal feet like we do on Predaking? Apparently, if you're picking up the MS-30, this will be a bonus with it. Apparently. Sources tell me. Shh, it's a secret. XTB, X-transbots also had a bit of a showing at TFCON as well, and they started off by showing off all these heads. So if you are picking up their take on Cyclonus, there's a lot of heads. Also, he comes with his partner in crime, who does look pretty nice. However, we know from the challenge with Cup that some of these mini bots can be a little bit of a nightmare. The alt mode for this looks okay. I have to say, bot mode, I don't know. I don't know about the bot mode on this one. There's something about it that I don't like. It looks like it's in between the Fanstoys version and the Kingdom version for some reason. I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm not even a big fan of the alt mode here. Something about it, like I said, that just doesn't sit right with me, and I don't know what it is. Let me know your thoughts on that one down in the comments. But what I do like is that we are going to get a teeny tiny little Galvatron that sits inside the cockpit. I think that's nice. They've put a lot of thought into this, even with the head sculpt, so we're getting the IDW one as well. So there's a lot of options with this one, certainly more than you get with the Fans Toys version. And I do like the idea of a little Galvatron that sits in it, but just the back of it, look at the back. The back doesn't sit right with me. I think that's what it is on this alt mode. Let me know your thoughts on this one down in the comments. Is it a Fans Toys killer? I don't think so. Something that has completely piqued my interest though, and may get me to buy back into the whole X-transbots thing, is this. XTB are going to be doing a Devastator. Devastator, the king of the combiners, the best combiner, the first combiner. This is exactly what I need right now. I'm all over this. It'll be this or Vectron Labs, I have to say. And they are also going all in straight away on multiple colorways. So we're getting the original one, we're getting the yellow one that they're calling the Euro edition, we're getting the orange one that they're calling the US edition, and they're also doing a youth version that seems to have more kind of G1-esque stickers. The only thing I'm concerned about is this, the fact that it comes with a foot pad. Need to look at this more, but does this mean that already they're thinking, oh, we're not sure if we can get this foot to be stable enough for it to stand on its own, so we're having to give you some foot pads for it, or is it just for added decoration? I hope it's just for added decoration and they've not given up on trying to make that foot stand correctly, because whenever you pick up a Devastator, because of the way that those feet are, it's always a little bit of a challenge with some of them to get them to clip in right and things like that. So yeah, interesting that they may have decided to go around it by putting a foot pad there. Also, straight up recolor that they're giving us called Dig Pig, that this is going to come with 2 target masters as well. I'm not sure who this is supposed to be. Remind me down in the comments. I mean, I remember someone who had the blue and yellow that was a cement mixer. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be him though, right? Just remind me down in the comments, because my brain has died on this one. Who's this supposed to be? Also, looks like they're going to be working on a Nightbeat. So this is Detective Conan. Pretty cool. I've only seen this one reported in a couple of places, so you might want to take this one with a bit of a pinch of salt. I hope it's not, but it looks like Ocular Max are going to be working on a new variation on the amazing Lady Eris, giving it that kind of Armarda Megatron look. Again, if this is true, I've only seen this reported in one other place, so maybe it's not true. So let me know down in the comments if you were there, especially. Did you see this reported at TFCON? If this is up for grabs, I will be all over this, because Lady Eris is a fantastic figure, and this looks like a really awesome recolor and slight retool. So I mentioned it before, and yes, Fanstoys are working on a blaster. Yeah, this could be the replacement for the KFC blaster. I love my KFC blaster, I think he looks cool, but this, yeah, this could be the replacement for that figure, or maybe I'll just keep them both, but this does look amazing. Very cool. Have to see what the official figure looks like, but just from these prototypes it looks awesome. I also really like the way that the tapes are looking on this one as well. Looks like they're highly detailed and pretty much G1 accurate with multiple points of articulation. Very cool. Steel jaw, obviously a little bit difficult to do, and some places don't really do that one justice, and everything else does look great. Fanstoys doing some awesome work over the last few years. It's just a matter of when will we see it? 2030? Probably. Let's go for that. But what did interest me though is when it showed the picture is that bad boy behind them. Yes, it looks like they're also working on a Magnus. Of course they are. X-transbots are working on a Magnus. They've almost finished, so of course Fanstoys will. Of course. And we spoke about it last week, but Vectron Labs have now officially said that they will be working on a Megatron, leader of the Destructors. This is just something I absolutely love. Every single time a third party comes up with a new name for the Decepticons, it's good to see what they do, right? Absolutely cool. Love it. Really looking forward to seeing what they do. X-transbots, Vectron Labs, constructacons. It's a tough choice. I think with all of the buzz around TFCON, of course, Super 7 popped their head up to say, hey, remember, we're releasing Golden Shower Optimus Prime and Golden Shower Megatron. Yep. And also we got a little look at core class hot rods packaging. Really cool. I have to say, I really like what they're doing with this legacy packaging. I think it looks awesome even in the core class figures. Very 90s hair metal. Nice. So that is everything from me on this Transformers Tuesday. Wow, a hell of a lot happened at TFCON. I really want to get over to one of these TFCONs one day. One day I will be able to. But until then, let me know your thoughts on everything down in the comments, especially if you were actually at TFCON. What was it like? What was the vibe like? Was it really cool to actually be meeting in person to talk about the bots that we love? And as always, I'll see you in my next video. Alright team, in a bit. See you in a bit. Peace!